understand. It's happening to our children, it's happening to our sisters, it's happening to even our young brothers, right? We are not going to let it go. It's something that we have sunk our teeth in. It's not going to go away. We will deal with it.
All right, so now that is what Education Cabinet Secretary Ambassador Amina Mohammed had to say about the teenage pregnancy. And as we began, I told you that about 499 KCPE and KCSE candidates have missed sitting for this year's national examinations. But what are members of parliament saying, especially women members of parliament who have been vocal when it comes to the rights of the girl child matters education? So right now, I'd like us to talk to Denita Gatti, who's a nominated member of parliament. And of course, she's joining us via way of phone. Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa, for talking to us here on KTN News Center. What do you have to say about this whole issue of about 499 candidates missing the national examination this year?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I tell you for sure that the statistics are extremely annoying. They're extremely. It is really not clear what has just happened. It's like a miracle just landed in this country, where our teenage girls, the ages as young as 10, 11, 12, 13, are actually found in such a scenario, and therefore, as the CS Education Ambassador Amina Mohammed actually says, I think that this country requires a very serious conversation, very open discussions, open dialogues around the issues of teenage pregnancies in this country. Actually, this government needs to actually term and declare teenage pregnancy a national disaster. And we have to seriously look at the issues. What are the issues? Where are the parents? Where are the teachers? Because teachers are also areas, people also who are charged with taking care of our children. Where are the local leaders? Where are the local chiefs? What is happening? We really have to ensure that we have serious and candid discussions about issue reproductive health. We have for a long time thought about this issue of sexual reproductive health and left it to just just die like that. And therefore, for me, I really even would wish that even apart from the fact that we are bringing in this open conversation around issues of teenage pregnancy and issues of reproductive health, we need to actually bring back the issues of reproductive health and mainstream reproductive health education to the curriculum, so that our young children are
Mheshimiwa Gatti, you come from Migori County as a nominated member of parliament. Migori County stands at 24%. It's such a high number.
This is a high number, and it's a really annoying number. And it is not only Migori. We are bordered with Homa Bay. Homa Bay is leading, And so I don't know what are really the reasons. We actually also feeling like we are really not doing much as leaders from that area. We really need to tighten our socks to ensure that these statistics are not statistics that keep on coming. It is not an easy thing. I mean, we are actually at a situation, this is Christmas. I mean, people are all expecting, parents are expecting to get into Christmas and New Year celebrations and celebrating the results of their children, KCP and KCA. Yet, we are supposed to celebrate results. We are not going to celebrate children and so many children born out of children. So we really have a duty as leaders. We really have to mentor our girls in schools. And that is why, for me, I'm saying the 499 candidates who have actually missed their, who are actually missing their exams, that is not just a statistic. That is just too high.
Let's talk about parents who've moved to court. On one hand, the Ministry of Education, that is through the Cabinet Secretary, Ambassador Amina Mohammed, is saying that they're conducting investigations. They've set up a team to come up with a thorough report. But on the other hand, we've seen some parents have already moved to court to ensure that these candidates should be given a special supplementary exams. And that is for those who sat for the exams. And of course, the ones who missed sitting for these exams, they're also supposed to be given a supplementary examination. What do you have to say about that?
For me, I think I would support the parents. This is, for me, I feel this is a problem. First of all, it is also a laxity from the parents. That one is, those parents also have to take the blame. I mean, parents are responsible for their children because their homes are the exact, the first area of interaction. Parents are supposed to make sure that the children understand some of these things. You know, what we have done is the fact that parents have left that responsibility also to teachers. They are leaving the initial primary responsibility to teachers to take care of children in school. They are leaving the responsibility to the media. Parents are leaving responsibility to, you know, even to these borders who are actually a culprit. But what I want to say is that I really want to go with the way parents are going. Because I'm telling you, there is no point of a child having sat all the years of her primary or secondary education. Then when it comes to, you know, the final exam, the child is not able to sit an exam simply because she's expecting. I know, and we have as a parents to agree and to first of all take that blame. But again, those children have to complete their education. And for me, I would actually go with the parents and support the fact that parents can, there's a way in which actually the ministry can actually look at it and look at the issue of those children who have actually found themselves in that quagmire, are taking special supplementary exam. What does that take? I think the Ministry of Education can quickly look at that, the whole cost. I mean, let the ministry come up with a very quickly feasible ways of ensuring that these children and future children who find themselves in such scenarios are actually able to take the exam. They are supposed to.
But at the same time, Weshimo, as much as parents want these candidates to be given a supplementary exam 1 month or 3 months after the exams are over, they are also blaming the Ministry of Education for allowing some of these pregnant candidates to sit for the exams and some candidates who are admitted in hospital in terms of various illnesses to also sit for the exams. But the Ministry of Education, according to me, should not be taking any blame because these candidates were ready and accepted to sit for the exams. So why should the Ministry of Education and the Kenya National Examination Council take the blame at the end of the day?
From where I sit, I actually think that these children in the first place should not be sitting their exams in wards. Wards are not, they're not exam centers. They're supposed to be, they're already having that what is it called? That tension. They're in labor. They're supposed to be, all that tension that always there's a tension, having to cram and sit for exam, and then you also have these labor pains. I don't think the two really should work. That is in my own opinion. So for me, I actually would wish that the ministry, although it is not something that I support. I mean, these children are actually to blame. Their parents are to blame. The teachers are to blame. The chiefs are to blame. But again, what then is it that, what are the quick remedial measures that these children can actually do? Okay, they have sat. Some of them are sitting with these exams in their wards as we speak. But I can tell you for sure that moving forward, really, it should not happen that way. I think the ministry should actually quickly look at the cost implication. What does it take? As we look at other ways of ensuring that we are curbing teenage pregnancies within our schools, then where do these ones already, the 499 that are likely to miss, I mean, honestly, where are they going to go?
So, Honorable Gatti, is there a need for the Ministry of Education to introduce sexual curriculum programs in the school? Because that is one of the proposals by the parents who've moved to court.
Absolutely, yes, and it should have happened like yesterday. I mean, we cannot hide. We live in a highly sexualized society. Things are changing. Our children are actually influenced by the media. We cannot hide our heads in the sand and pretend that this thing. And as you see, the moment we have sex education and inscribed and actually within the curriculum, we actually need to reintroduce sexual reproductive health, because those are issues that are rights. The constitution of this country guarantees all rights and sexual reproductive health are actually rights for Kenyans. And therefore, why don't we look at the issue of sex education, the issue of sexual reproductive health? How do we put it and package it in a way that actually our girls are not found in quagmires that they're finding themselves in? When I was growing up, we had the whole issue of guidance and counseling in school. And I think that guidance and counseling in school just went away as we grew. But we can somehow try to move around that concept of guidance and counseling and issues sexual reproductive health. Our young people need to understand these things from an early age.
And it is good that you have mentioned issues of guidance and counseling, because among the in the affidavit by the parents, let me just read it for you so that I quote it rightly. It is that they want the court to order, that is the Ministry of Education and the Teacher Service Commission, to provide counseling services to pregnant students and new student mothers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is absolutely what is needed. when we were growing up as young children, we had guidance and counseling sessions on reproductive health, sanitation, and sanitary pads. You remember all that course that we used to have in school? I don't know where that momentum really went. We need to bring back that momentum that we had a long time ago when we were in school, so that we are also able to cushion our children and mentor our children to understanding some of these things. We cannot, the Ministry of Education or the Ministry of Gender and Youth have in the past introduced the sanitary pads. You remember we have the sanitary pads that are going towards I think 400 million girls are getting. What kind of information actually accompanies such distributions of sanitary pads to to our girls in school? That is the kind of information. Those sanitary pads that the ministry provides to girls to enable them to continue and stay in school and complete school should actually be enhanced by having such mechanisms, such like guidance and counseling, reproductive health education, menstruation education. All those information need to be repackaged so that we are not only just going to dump sanitary pads in schools for our girls and not preparing them for such like information that they really, really require. So for me, as a member of parliament, and of course, because you know very well that I represent also children with girls with disabilities, and girls with disabilities are in this mix too.
All right.
We need to develop programs, even ourselves, that we target our border borders, because our border borders are a menace in this country to our girls.
Okay.
That's where another issue is. We have already seen how border borders are impregnating our girls in schools. We need to develop programs that can actually keep these border borders busy and economically empower them so that they're actually busy also to be doing.
All right. As a member of parliament, you're among women who've been very vocal when it comes to the rights of the girl child, when it matters education and protecting the girl child. What are female members of parliament going to do? Yes, we have the education committee handling issues touching on education, but as a woman member of parliament, what are you going to do when parliament has its sittings?
For us, you remember in Parliament last week, we had brought in, that discussion to the floor of the House. Honorable Gladys Wanga actually introduced that motion as a serious matter of debate. So that as members, it's only that we did not really have enough time to discuss. So we are actually bringing that motion as a matter of serious national concern, because what we want as members of parliament, because we have KEWOPA, the Kenya Women Parliamentarians Association of Parliament, where all female members of parliament sit. And therefore, what we are doing now, as this issue is as current as now, we are actually engaging to find from the various members what exactly are the measures, whether we want to reintroduce what we are calling the guidance and counseling as a curriculum in schools, to see widely, because we also have so many members of parliament who are female and who sit in the education committee, who sit in the health committee. So this issue of teenage pregnancy is not an issue of a health committee, of health department ministry alone. This or of education. This issue of teenage pregnancies with our girls is an issue that cuts across the various ministries that we have. It cuts on education, the Ministry of Education. It cuts on the Ministry of Health. It cuts on the Ministry of there's so many other ministries that really have to be engaged, and the stakeholders we put in place. What we are doing as female members of parliament is that we are trying to engage the ministry and the various ministries that are actually touched within this plight of our girls and the Ministry of Gender too, so that we are also able to come up with very serious legislations that we are going to ensure that such like information is actually captured. And that's why I'm saying I would go with the parents. For me, I would actually support the call by parents so that these children actually have, and we develop a supplementary, papers that actually these girls can push on these girls to enable them to just do their education.
All right. And as we bring this conversation to an end, Honorable